earlier, there's that clip of My Weekly Meltdown like 4 years ago where Deb has that huge marshmallow and her cat just appears from the
And
side.
then comes and they share it.
Yeah, it was wild.
Anyone that tells you that a cat doesn't have a sweet tooth is lying to you, because our other cat, Oliver, eats Ready Whip, ice cream. He loves Doritos. He loves tacos. But here you go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to My Weekly Meltdown. I just want to introduce you to the exquisite little JoJo, Joseph James JoJo. Hello,
You should be Joja.
JoJo.
Wait, I'm gonna put you full screen for a second so you can show
Because
everybody.
he's such a little
Look
tiny
at
guy.
you. I'm so sweet. I was asleep right before the show started. Now I'm a raging lunatic. I'm a lunatic on the prowl.
I don't know why you're saying that. We know that about you, Allison.
I
Right, this
know.
is nothing new.
That you're a raging lunatic as soon as the show
This
starts.
cat right here was dead asleep, and then right before I logged into live stream, I gotta bite everything. I gotta
like,
climb
no.
your leg.
This is probably really dumb of me, but do cats teeth? Maybe he's teething.
He is teething.
Mm.
And I can't give him a dog toy, although I'm coming really damn close. Because Mama's got a I like the skin on my hand, and he's doing this thing now where he wants to eat my toes.
You know what? I was saying this chat, of which we should say hello to them, but a kitten in people's hands normally looks small. We have to remember that Allison is a tiny human herself, and this cat is tiny, but it looks like a normal sized kitten in her hands right now. But she just shared a photo with Tyler and myself during the episode. And when I tell you, it is the same size as that fly swatter. Like, that is a small cat.
Yeah, I know. I found the fly swatter today, and he was chasing it because he's a lunatic. I know. And somebody commented the other week about how I don't care about your dumb cat. Well, guess what? I don't care about you and your dumb comment. And guess you got blocked. Yeah, I said it, bitch. Boom. Everyone looks so exquisite tonight. I just want to say, Tyler, Beth, everybody, JoJo, everyone, hello in the chat. Everybody, listen, here's the thing. Why Cory got to lie about what he said to Miss Julie?
That's what I want to know. He literally was like, and then Julie said to me, I bet you're going to say, what are you going to say about my looks? And I said, you're exceedingly exquisite. And I was like, that's not at all what you said.
Listen,
you said
liar.
No, he needs to. I don't even have my microphone for my mouth.
This is 71 days of fuckery, because he literally just went, if I lie about this, then they're probably not going to think that I am truthful about anything. So I should probably lie about this right now.
You know what he needs to do? He needs to just stop wearing that pink jumpsuit and burn it.
I knew you were going to have thoughts on his wardrobe tonight, Allison.
I am so over the pubic stash. Dude, that is the stash that guys grow in the 6th freaking grade. And you guys hold on to that stash.
Can we?
Did
you guys all have a specific phrase for that? We always called it a cheese stash.
We call it a pubic stash.
I'd never heard pubic stash. I like it.
I don't know that we had a term for it, but you're right, Allison. It is so awkward. It's got to go. I'm not sure what America sees in this mustache. She's the one that's like telling him like keep it, grow it out. So like it's all America's fault.
It looks like a porn stash, but it's not like a good porn. It's like the Cinemax porn where you don't really get to see any penetration.
So softcore.
It's the softcore porn stash. But also when like the guys are in the 6th grade and you have these pube stashes, like I've seen guys only grow it right here and nothing in the middle, and you guys hold on to that shit.
You say you guys as if like I have participated in this. Like I always make sure I come to this show very clean shaven.
I'm not clean shaven tonight. My mustache.
I haven't shaved my muff in 2 months, and it looks like 70s.
Can I say? And Tyler has seen this IRL, not my muff. I'm sorry.
I'm joking, by the way. I don't know where this is going.
I was going to say, I haven't shaved my legs in over a year, and you can like barely tell.
Dude.
Like you have to really look at I'm very blessed, I should say. It's like very light hair. Like I literally tell everybody, like I went to the beach with Tyler this summer and I was like, look at my legs. I haven't shaved them in like a year. And he was like,
oh yeah,
wow.
I do remember that. Yeah. I was slightly high, so like I kind of remember that, and I'm sure I didn't have a big reaction. But
I thought I was gonna have a heart attack when we left that beach. I was so high. I was so hot. I had had a margarita beforehand, and then we walked like sped walk like a mile, kind of slightly uphill, and it was hot outside. And I remember I was sitting there, and there was a guy who just like kept looking at me on the platform, and I was like, he either is really creepy or he's like, this bitch is gonna faint.
He's checking out those legs, Beth. He's got a thing.
He's like, she hasn't shaved in a year, but I like it.
But you know what?
Like how progressive.
I honestly, and we're gonna get to Big Brother, so everyone calm down. I only use like a razor on my legs maybe twice a year, and the rest of the time I'm electric razoring it.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, you're lucky if I even use anything in the winter. It's bad.
Just saying.
But yeah, guys, Cameron's gone, and we got Zingbot came Tuesday. Real quick, I was worried to death when Zingbot showed up and that shit unfolded and he was being sweet and nice. And I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I don't think I can if this is what's going to happen. And then he turned into OTEV, which Andrew predicted. And
Mike Bloom.
Yes, Mike Bloom. And you know what the funny thing is? Like, he had me going when he was talking about Mimi. I'm like, she's not in a house anymore.
That was iconic. Like I can't even lie. Like that was so funny.
I think I really didn't like most of the zings this year. I felt like some of them, like Felicia doesn't even have wrinkles, so like that wasn't funny. There's so many that you could have been like talking in her sleep, singing in her sleep. Could have been about like the fact that she is literally starting a storm up in that house. And yet they were like, let's make a cheap old joke that doesn't even make sense.
Oh my God. Beth, did you see, are you referring to like the clip on Twitter that was going around?
Yes, with her and
Allison,
Cirie?
I meant to send this to you because like this is right up your alley. So like
Cirie,
did I send it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I also sent the fart.
Yeah.
I also sent the Felicia fart.
Sorry, I just
yeah. It was a deep fart.
It was an old strategy talk.
It was this was a been up for an hour fart, and I need to poop, but I'm being lazy about it because I'm doing other things. But that one was the one that was like
that was so good.
And
she's like, get the hell out of here.
Dude,
you could have brought that with you.
I felt the heat off that fart through my phone, and I could kind of smell it.
Don't worry, B-Bean. We won't.
I don't know. It depends if she's got the whoopee cushion or not.
I got an app and the whoopee cushion. Which one?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's what you should
Allison's
create.
making her choice between
Allison's
those
asshole
two.
app, and it's just a whole bunch of fart sounds.
Let's go ahead and say hi to everybody in the chat while Allison loads up.
I don't know where it is.
So just want to say hey real quick to Anilda and Linda and B-Bean and Matt and who else we got here? Heather Jean, Samuel,
Phelan Fairchild's there. She says, girl, I'm in my funeral clothes. I'm so mad. I feel like I sat on Bowie Jane's hair. Yes, Phelan.
And Joseph Boza and Michael, Sam. Lovely.
So also before we get into strategy, like I just want to say, like, can we not make Comerica happen? Like we've all agreed that it's Cory, right? Like I don't understand where this is coming from. Jag's trying to make it happen, and now Julie Chen Moonves, after apparently just getting back from like a Target run or something, because that's the only explanation for her.
Dude, for real?
What a night for them to say that she looks exquisite over and over. And I was
right?
Where was she exquisite when she had the bob 3 weeks ago? I'd be insulted. You guys totally missed my bob.
I would say you look bob-tastic.
Yeah. And Corey's over here lying about what he said.
Oh God.
I can't deal with that.
Lord. Yeah, so okay. So let's talk Bowie fucking Jane, because this week she changed from fucking Bowie Jane to Bowie fucking
okay. I was just
Jane.
gonna say her name is fucking Bowie Jane, but if you're gonna say that, that makes more sense.
I have to say, y'all, like I am so yes, Allison?
No, go ahead.
I am so proud of Bowie Jane and what she accomplished this week. Like, not even gonna front. Everybody really wrote her off like as this like nothing, like floater character, and rightfully so. Like us especially, we've been saying that, and she really hasn't done anything up until this point. So like it's not like we like misread or anything. Blowy, Blowy Jean.
Anelda and I call her Blowy. What exactly? I'm just curious. What exactly did she do this week?
She got out Cameron.
Did she, or did someone else get her to do it?
Well, here's the thing. She, first of all, was going to get out either Cirie or Felicia, which also would not have been bad for her particular game.
She had every right to do that as well. Yeah.
And she had every right to do it, and they had no one to blame but themselves for the way that they left her out of the vote and then gaslit her.
Are we really going to get upset, Bowie, about something that happened like 18 weeks ago?
I would be.
I mean, seriously, that was red.
She was hurt,
that
though,
was
Allison.
3 months ago.
She was so hurt.
Those tears. Those
were. I mean, here's
tears.
the thing too. I think like for her, it really like put into perspective like they're not nice about her or to her. And I think when she had trust in them in the game and then that got lost, all of a sudden, all the things that she thought were probably playful jabs probably felt pretty personal after that too. So she's had every right to put them up. But then, so those were definitely her targets. And then in addition, like she learned a lot about Cam. And so whether or not it was the house thing or not, she's the first person I would argue who's had an HOH reign and will have a higher stock and that nobody's going to really want to come after for a while, like after her reign. I give her props. She did what Jessica could not do in BB21. Jessica was like, let me put up the 2 biggest targets and then let's just do a softball backdoor.
Y'all act like there were 17 people left in the house. It was slim pickings. It's
well, so it was with Jessica.
A big pool to pick from. It's fucking Bowie Jane. She didn't do shit. I'm gonna have a rant. And I love you too.
Yeah,
but
go
I'm
ahead.
gonna disagree.
Go for it. No, this is good podcasting. I
she didn't do shit. She didn't do shit. She even bitched about not wanting to do shit. She said, I don't want to get blood on my hand. I don't want to get blood on my hands. Or however that's supposed to sound. She didn't do anything. She got jag in her ear. She did the dirty work of others. She did nothing. And she's going to ride this nothing wave to the freaking final 3. And they're going to cut her loose. But if karma has her way, her ass will win and cut one of these people and be in the final fucking 2. And I'm going to be on the floor laughing my ass off because she ain't done shit, except shit in the Big Brother house. That's as much shit as Bowie Jane has done.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. But what I guess I'm saying is that if the entire house wants to get somebody out who has been fully already voted out, came back, has won a whole bunch of competitions and such, and Cameron had this whole bullshit gaslighting thing about how he was like, oh, I protected you from people putting up, which was bullshit. He did not do that. I think this was a great move for her. Cameron would absolutely have her cut before any of these other people would.
See, I disagree. She was never on his radar. He would, if they had kept him, Bowie Jane would. Look, it's a win-win for Bowie Jane. She's off the radar now with everybody.
But that's the thing, is that what she was able to do with a little bit of power and with house trust, she's like probably going to be able to work her way into the a 3 with pretty much every duo that's there now. Whereas before it was like, but now they're like, okay, she won a comp. She did what we wanted. Great. And with this upcoming war of Blue versus AmeriCory, like it is going to be very interesting. She will be a deciding vote for that.
Absolutely.
You know, what got me was the HOH meetings were everyone explaining to her what has been going on in the house.
Oh, yeah. She's completely clueless. I'm not sitting here pretending like she's played an amazing game. I'm just saying for this particular week, she actually did what she needed to do. Now, what she needed to do was do what the house wanted. So I agree with you that it's not like she was some huge game player, huge, amazing person. I'm just arguing that it actually helped her game.
She tried.
Accidentally.
She admitted, I tried to blow the HOH on purpose. Like, she doesn't want to do anything. She didn't want to make any moves. And yet she got one of the biggest threats out of the house. But she didn't do it because it was the best move for her game or anything else. She did it because she heard that he was talking shit about her. What? Bowie, you haven't done enough shit It's talking turds at this point because you ain't done nothing. What are people going to talk about? Tell
You know what's
me.
gonna be great? Like, remember in BB16 when people were like, you know, if Victoria made it to final 2, I might have voted for her.
Who?
Exactly.
No, I did. I'm sorry. Who did you say?
Victoria from BB16.
Look, if she made it to
And-
final double, yes.
And like that's my thing is like people in BB16 were like, yeah, if Victoria made it to final 2, like I might even vote for her because she didn't do anything and people just underestimated her, brought her along. Here's the thing: people could say the same thing about Bowie, but at least she won a competition now. At least she got out on her HOH. Somebody left that was a big threat.
Can we talk about winning competition? I got a bone to pick with America.
Yeah.
I'm
Also,
so sick.
thank you so much to Kylan for the support.
Thank you, Kylan. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be ugly. I can't.
I
I'm
love
so
it. Go for
sick of this twat. I don't even know where to begin. Okay, who the fuck is she? Nobody. Let me tell you something right now. If Cory weren't in the house with Ameritwat, then she would have nothing. She would have been gone right after Riley or before Riley. She'd have nothing. She's sitting there bumping chests with Felicia over what? Softcorn porn stash? No, he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care. Like, what are you? She's done that. She ain't won shit. She's done shit. It's hashtag the word tonight is shit. She hasn't done anything. And Mayor Twat's done nothing. She hasn't won anything. She fucking needs to go. Nothing. You need to disconnect her out of Cory's asshole. Okay? Send him out the door and see what happens. She's going to climb right up Blue's twat. I promise you. I promise you. Those two
I'm sorry.
Be Big
I had
Brother's human centipede.
I missed that. Could you start over? I had no, just kidding.
The swatter's out. I found it today. It's on.
Where's my fan?
I'm just saying. But she hasn't done anything. And she wants to run her mouth and flip off Cory behind his back and act like she's something special. She hasn't done shit. Nothing.
There we go.
Absolutely. At least Cory is strategizing and trying to do something. Let's see who is left that is strategizing. Matt is strategizing. Jag is strategizing. Cory, as much as I hate his little ass, is strategizing. Suri's always going.
I will say, America actually does a lot of strategizing. Her problem is that she opens her mouth to everybody.
That's what I'm saying.
But the thing is, but I guess what I'm also saying too is that people still don't catch on that when she tells them something, it's actually the truth. She does not do a lot of lying. But the problem is just that she opens up her mouth too much.
She wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for Cory having her. She wouldn't.
I thought you were going to say Cory having that mustache.
Yeah, having that stash.
She wouldn't be doing this if Cory didn't
It's
have
the
a mustache.
magic of the porno stash that's giving her, like, tickling her little bits or something that's making her think she's bigger than what she is. Because here's the thing. She would not be acting this way without support. You'd be surprised how people act when they've got backup. I've had to be, what you see with me is what you get 24/7. If I'm alone, backed in a corner, I'm going to be the same person I am with a group of people. This does not change. This is what you get. America is not like that. I guarantee you. She would have been gone a long time ago without Cory's backup. And now, how these two are still in this house together, yes, Cameron was a threat. And he's a threat. Backdoor me if I'm that much of a threat. I'll wear it as a freaking badge of honor. I don't give a shit. But when you've got them still in the house, you could have kept him and he could have taken out these people for you. People don't want to get blood on their hands. They don't want to do the work. They want to puppet master everybody. How is that going to go over with your jury speech? To all these people that you personally didn't do. Oh, well, I manipulated puppet man. You didn't do the work yourself, and you got other people to do it for you. That's gameplay.
The one
that's bullshit,
and
in
the
my opinion.
She did it to was Cameron, and then why get him out?
Yeah.
So
I don't know. That's just how I feel. I'm tired. I've been watching my grandson all day. I got this crazy mutant kitten biting my toes all day. I'm tired.
No, I love the passion, Allison. But okay, so here's kind of like my interpretation of like this week's events, right? So I feel like there's like certain players that are just like such an enigma that like literally the game cannot move on until they are out of the house. Like I'm thinking like Rachel from Big Brother 12, not BB13 as much, but like Frank is like another one of those from season 18, I think. Yeah.
18.
But like like you just like literally cannot move on to the next phase of the game until that person is finally squashed once and for all. And this season they had to do it not only once but twice, right? And Bowie Jane had every reason to not make this move because Cameron had Bowie Jane after the red vote. He had her. And, you know, everybody's really been discrediting Bowie Jane like all season long. And like I said at the top, like rightfully so, of course. But like once Bowie Jane stumbled her way into power this week, and I do say stumbled because she didn't want to win it, she recognized that like, this is the time for me to put up or shut up. This is the time for me to actually make a move in this game, to have something on my resume. And what a bigger resume line than saying I was the HOH that took out Cameron. I was the one that once the veto was used, I made the decision myself. Yes, of course, like Jag, like influenced her to do it. However, like Bowie Jane said all week long, and I think like let's not forget she is a lawyer. Like she is somebody that really has to stick to her own guns, like in very high pressure situations. Like yes, like she's been kind of a caricature this season, but she has told every single man that's been up in the HOH room this week, whatever decision I make, it's going to be mine. And I think that she gained a lot of respect by really playing her HOH the way that she did this week. In a season where there have been a lot of floppy, messy HOHs, I think Bowie Jane really played this the best way she could. And she decided to play the riskier endgame by giving herself some actual capital in this game. And I think it's like the perfect storm of like all these like little groups of like 2 and 3 that are like trying to like take shots at each other at the end game, which is really exciting, right? But none of that matters if like one person is winning all of these fucking competitions. And that person was Cameron. And now that he's out, the game is so much more wide open. And I feel like everybody, like after this week, people have a newfound respect for Bowie Jane. Nobody is going after Bowie Jane after this week. And with like the target being so prominent on America and Cory and or Jag and Matt, whoever wins the HOH, right? Bowie Jane is able to kind of like go back into the background and play almost like a better version of like the game that Cirie is trying to play right now. And for that, I'm really impressed with her this week. Like I think Bowie Jane could not have had a more successful HOH reign. And yes, let Jag take the credit for convincing her to make this move, but she's still the one that did it. And if Bowie Jane is at the end with even Jag, Bowie Jane can say, hey, at least I wasn't evicted unanimously, right?
Yeah. Well, let me ask you something. So the comic verse, the HOH this week is going to be anonymous?
Yeah, so they've done this in Big Brother Canada. It's an invisible HOH. So
Victoria's HOH, right?
Yes, yeah. Remember that, Allison? It was BB Can 9, my favorite season of all time. Victoria, yeah, that's right. Victoria won the HOH, but so basically, like they like you just don't know who is like making the nominations, and like I think like does it really matter that like there's no like title to the HOH this week? No, because I feel like everybody kind of knows like where they're taking shots at each other, right? It would be more exciting if like Cirie or too bad Bowie Jane is ineligible to play.
I was just gonna say like this week was almost like invisible HOH because like it didn't matter.
Thank you.
Go ahead. No, I'm sorry.
No, so I'm excited to see like how that plays out. I think it's, you know, in a season where like these twists have been so fucking awful, right? Like I think this invisible HOH twist is going to be one that could be really fun to watch.
And it sounds like 2 vetoes.
I don't know about that.
They said
Like,
seeing double, so I'm assuming 2 veto winners.
I'm thinking the ballerina, you know, the ballerina bowling.
The bowl arena, yeah.
The bowl arena.
That was one of the best pieces of strategy that's ever come out from Vanessa getting Julie.
That was crazy.
Yeah. I choose Austin. And they're all like...
Liz is like... that was great. But no, I just want to give Bowie Jane props here for Like, yeah, she had a lot of influence that was like pushing her to make the move, but she still made the move, and she had more reason than anybody else in the house not to take out Cameron this week, and she did it and gave herself a little bit of street cred where she rightfully like needed it up to this point. So and also like sorry to
Go ahead.
just one more point. She's also been using this week to repair her relationship with Cirie and Felicia. Of course, she like put them on the block and like, but like throughout this week, like especially once the veto happened and they realized that like neither of them are going home, Bowie Jean went right to work like super quickly and reassured them like, listen, like this was the goal all along. Like I did not want either of you to go, and let's start like building our relationship back up. And I think that's really smart because like those are the two people that are kind of more like under the radar right now and not really being targeted. So if she's like the third in like that like invisible group right now, like that is such a stealthy like good position to be in. And
1000% agree.
And like so say like her Felicia and Cirie are three that like make it further. Like let's say like America and Cory get taken out like next, like back to back, which I think is very possible.
I think Cory would get taken out. America would not. I think they see hope for the end.
Bowie Jane is, let's give her a little more physical credit too, because like she's been really like close to winning these like endurance competitions, and she could like hold her own against like Jack and Matt in like physical comps like down the end game way more than Cirie and Felicia could. So who knows, like we could even see another like Bowie Jane HOH once like if like Jack wins HOH and then he's like not eligible to compete the following week. I don't know, guys. Like it would not be impossible to see Bowie Jane winning this thing at the end. I think she beats Blue. I think she beats America. I think she could have a case to beat Jag because Jag's been evicted already. It's certainly possible.
And I think too that if people don't see moves from Cirie, she and Cirie would have played a very similar game. As insane as that sounds. I mean, obviously, Cirie is going to turn it on, if not this week, next week, socially.
I hope so.
But what I was going to say is that Cirie, Felicia, and Bowie want to get Blue on board, I think, right? No, it was... No, I'm sorry. It's Cirie... There was a final four that was going to be all women that they wanted to bring in. I think America was part of that. They were like, we got to get Cory out because then we have America. America has no resume but would join with us. So that's why I'm like, I honestly think that America won't go. If Cory leaves, I think everybody sees that America is somebody to hold on to the end because nobody respects her gameplay, which they don't even see it as gameplay. And 2, she would have won 0 competition. She would have had 0 power in the game. And then they would have known that Cory did pretty much everything. Cory would be trying to advocate for her in the jury house and it wouldn't come out. So I honestly think that Cirie said maybe it was America instead of Blue, but I think she wants to have like Felicia, her, America, and Bowie Jane as the final four.
Yeah, I could see it. I really could. What do you think, Alice?
Oh, my husband just walked by and farted really loud, so I was afraid that came through in the audio.
I
didn't hear it. It was like he was trying to do a Felicia impression.
I know, right? You know what I was thinking about? The Matt segment.
Yeah.
The whispering thing. I learned something tonight. I mean, of course, common sense would probably tell you not to whisper to a deaf person, right?
So here's my thing. I'm going to admit my ignorance. I have always, the same thing, it has been a recent thing that I've understood that deafness and blindness are a spectrum. I always think that like if you're blind, it's just black. Like it took me a long time to realize that no, a lot of blind people can actually see like varying shades of color and all that kind of stuff. Or they
this one right here.
Yeah. And when I often forget that spectrum exists. And I think the same thing happens for a lot of people with the deaf community where you forget that it's not that you can't hear anything at all, although that is the case for some people completely. But our assumption always goes to the extreme rather than this person might be able to hear a little bit. If I speak louder or normal, and in addition to being able to read my lips, it's a 2-form thing. We all read each other's lips when we're when we're talking, and it helps because we're also processing the information that we're hearing. So I think having that reminder, which I've honestly only learned that a couple of months ago. It's not even that I learned that. It's more like I became conscious of that, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. A couple months ago, I'm so happy they put that segment in. I'm with you, Allison.
Yeah, I never thought about it either. I mean, I think, in my mind, if I were in the Big Brother house, I would have been like Jag and Riley, kind of like making sure that and I don't mean to compare anything, but your little JoJo here is partially blind, and he's done run into this cabinet 3 times while we've been doing the show. Bless Sart. I kind of have to watch, kind of change the way I interact with him a little bit than I do, this was, I was in the pet store the other day with Chris, and there were these little kitten training toys, and they light up. And I was like, oh, look at these little balls. They light up, and you throw them and they light up, and he chases them. And Chris goes, he's blind, Allison. And I'm like, shit. Okay, yeah, you're right. So see, I'm like learning things about blind animals, and I know an animal and a person aren't the same thing, but he's gonna have some sight, and I know he can see shadows, and he can tell certain things. But man, it really got me during that segment, because I looked at JoJo and I was like, I kind of understand that a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I also loved the segment. I forget if
And
it
Jag
was
hugging him, I thought was, like, how can I be mad at Jag now?
I know. I really like Matt and Jag as like a duo in this game.
I want to
Like,
hate them so bad, but I can't.
I know. Yeah. You only want to hate them because like they're like very clearly on top right now. Like they are the ones to like really take out. But I really also loved the segment of Felicia dealing with like being a survivor of domestic violence.
Yes.
Oh my god! Yes.
And I had no idea. And her saying that like the military was like an opportunity for her to like give herself like a new lease on life. And I just loved like her and Cameron like bonding over that. And I always I'm such a sucker for like the segments in Big Brother that like when like the drama's high and like tensions are like super stressful in the house and on Twitter and everything. For us, it's just so nice to see these house guests really bond on like a human level and like put game aside and just kind of like connect as people and like bridge the gaps between like very different lives that I'm sure they've led.
Yeah.
But it was a very powerful segment. I enjoyed that depth from Felicia's character this week.
I definitely think that this was the week to actually really showcase a lot of those, since they haven't done too much of that in the past few weeks as well.
Yeah.
The jury starting last week was like a non-existent week, essentially. Like we have like this week, there's just a lot going on, right? Like, and this week it also felt like once Cam got renommed, it was like, okay, well, we know what's going to happen. So there really wasn't that much in terms of like solid gameplay that was going on, right?
Yeah.
But I'm in agreement with Joseph Boza in the chat, who said, I can't believe it took 72 days for Matt to get a segment on the hell that he's been going through with these people. Riley was the only one who included him in talks. It's so true. Like, I honestly can't understand knowing that you were in a conversation with a deaf person and turning my head. And they do it all the time.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. I get that it's a game, but even in a game, I'd be communicating how I do on the outside, right? I'd just be like, okay.
If I'm whispering and talking shit, I'm looking at the person I'm talking to, and I will stop, make sure the person I'm talking about ain't creeping up, and then continue my combo.
Exactly. But the fact that when multiple people are talking,
yeah,
and people would turn their heads, it's like, maybe adjust how we're doing things, right?
But I'm glad that, Matt, they had that segment, because now I'm more aware, we're all more aware how to kind of treat, that kind of situation. So yeah,
absolutely.
I'm happy to see that. But yeah, I didn't really watch much live feeds this week.
Wasn't much of a need to.
I haven't been able to get on Twitter in 3 days. Not that I get on it that much. I don't know what's going on. I got some kind of error message that's coming up. I still have an account because I can see it, but I just can't. I don't know what's going on. So I don't know. I've been
Yeah.
out of the Twitter world. I mean, I did get to see the fart that I sent you guys.
It's the most
Felicia's
important part of
fart.
the week.
At least I got that for 5 minutes. I could get on it.
I also like I feel like this season I feel the slowness of like the pace of the game like affecting the house guests. Like
Yes.
they just look so just like, you know what I mean? Just like
Yes.
I don't know. Like I want them to like wake up. Like they need like something to do in the house, because I just like you just see like there is just like nothing to do in that house, and this game is just too damn
long.
These
Why
people are
can't
not
we
as
have?
yeah, go ahead, Beth.
I was just gonna say, why can't we have a 70-day game?
Yeah,
Like,
if this were BB Can season, it would be already finished by now.
Like, you can still be like, if you're not gonna say. It's like what we were talking about with Survivor last night, right? The moment that Survivor actually has started to show them surviving again and adding into that camp life aspect, and that we're seeing more of those relationships and like the hardships that people are going through, it's turned into a much more exciting game. The same cannot be said for Big Brother. You can't be like, okay, and now here they are just bored, because it makes no content. So if you are trying to do something that does not create content, and creating a longer game because that's the challenge, that is so against what you should be doing. You should be trying to create a chaotic environment so that they actually want to play.
Yeah, the writer's strike, I think, has a little bit to do with that. And also, this isn't the most interesting group of people. I'm sorry. You know, I know Blue would disagree with me with her kitty purr and shit, but no, honey, you're not that interesting. I'm sorry.
Oh, I so disagree.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
I like that. I think the season is good and like the players are good. But it's just the pacing that like production.
I'm talking about now. I'm talking about now. These people are interesting. I'm not taking that away from them. That's how they got cast. But I mean, now they're not. Now it's I'm bored. I got nothing to do.
Right. And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That we took a whole cast that was fascinating, interesting, and overplaying and doing all this other stuff. And because it's too long of a game, they didn't. If this cast that we have been like, oh my God, like we're hearing Cirie give advice about this kind of thing and blah, blah, blah. And then we've got, all these random weird things happening. We have people who have no complete idea of what's happening in the game, making incorrect reads and being chaotic. Like all of that was so fun. Then they decided to take the wind out of the sails by having a no HOH week and have the zombie week. And then it's just turned into like having a late jury, having everything late. Why make the game longer if it's not giving you content? That's the whole point. If we were ending next week, we would be saying, you know what? This has been an exciting, fun cast the entire time.
How many weeks are we into this show? 9?
This is week 10.
10.
Can I just point out something? This cat right here wasn't even born yet. That's how long this game. He's estimated to be 5 to 6 weeks old.
I mean, we went from like the pressure cooker to like a really exciting and good double eviction, and then like Beth, you're right, it just came to like a screeching halt once like they decided to do this like zombie week, and it has been like I feel like I'm still like like slowly walking on the treadmill, trying to like press that like increase speed button to like start running again, but like that button's just like not like working for some reason. So like I just hopefully like with this like invisible HOH, hopefully it'll like pick up some steam, some drama. But and I don't know, like it also sucks that the invisible HOH is this week, because like with Bowie Jane being HOH last week, we have like the two factions like both like eligible to play in the HOH. Like one side doesn't really have an advantage. So it would have been so exciting to see like that battle for power this week. But with the invisible HOH, like they won't necessarily like they have a get out of jail free card to like not be like the one to like strike first. Does that make sense? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm interested
in the veto meeting to go and stuff.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I'm trying to figure out how the veto meeting's going to go and stuff.
I really think that there's 2 vetoes, because they said seeing double or whatever. I think it makes sense, right? If you have a week of an invisible HOH, why not throw in a week where they also say, and 2 people can get safety this week. So maybe you can completely make somebody renom their incomplete like their nominees. So if you put up, for example, if like say like Cory wins and he puts up Jag and Matt, because he wouldn't normally do that if he were HOH this week, maybe. If he won HOH and he put up the two of them and say that they both win, then he's got to go, oh shit. So who do I put up? Blue and cirie, I guess. You know, like it's going to be interesting.
I would hate that so much. That's very like middle-aged Big Brother of like the ages of like coup d'etat or like Pandora's box when like a Rachel
the
won
diamond
veto.
veto.
Oh my God,
Yeah. I fucking hated that.
Those were people who knew who Kevin Costner is that were playing back in the Roman era empire days.
But if they're doing all these throwbacks to twists like that, I think that's exactly what they're trying to do, and then blame it on the comic verse this week. So I absolutely think that they won't tell the HOH or whatever until the veto competition. And I think that that's going to make for really interesting gameplay when people are trying not to say if they're the HOH or not. Or like if if Cory wins it, America's going to tell everybody, right? Yeah. So Cory's also got to figure out, can he even tell America? You know, I think that there's going to be some fascinating things here, but I also think like it has the potential to be a complete dud as well, to your point, Tyler, given the week it is.
How do you not know who Kevin Costner is? I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on that. Shut up, Tyler. Look, we were in the chat and Tyler goes, I don't even know who Kevin Costner. And Andrew and I both said, run right at Mila said, fuck off, Tyler.
It was amazing.
Honestly, deserved. Yes.
I screenshot that.
And then the next commercial had Kevin Costner.
Yellowstone. I was like, well, would you look at that?
I've never seen Yellowstone, so.
I don't watch Yellowstone either, but I still know Kevin Costner's in it.
See, I watched that commercial and it didn't even click to me that, oh, that's Kevin Costner, the guy that was just being talked about on Big Brother.
Dances with Wolves.
That's
Water World.
I thought you were going to say Water Boy for some reason. I was like, that was not.
The Postman. This guy invented the 5-hour long epic, directed, written, produced, and starring Kevin Costner. That's where they all got all these actors now. They got to write, produce, direct, star, all of it.
See, when you're cast on Big Brother, Allison, like that will be your segment, but about Nicolas Cage.
Y'all, this man has got like 10 movies coming out before the year is over. I can't keep up.
And you're going to see all 10 of them, I'm sure.
One of them is bald. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't have a toupee or a hair wig to talk about.
I watched that Renfield. I rented that stupid ass Renfield movie for you.
I love
it. I want those 2 hours of my life.
I offered to let you watch mine so you didn't have to pay for it.
Yeah, but then like.
You still would have had to pay those 2 hours.
He's like, I don't want to see what Allison has in her Amazon queue.
Fair.
I mean, Butt Boy, that's say no more.
My algorithm after that is, I'll just put you like, it's just died down.
God.
Oh my God. Butt Boy was such a wild ride.
Yes, it was. I watched a really god-awful movie that it was like a train wreck. I couldn't take my eyes off of it. It was written and directed by Kevin Smith.
I was about to say Kevin Costner.
No, not Kevin Costner. It was Kevin Smith, Clerks, Mallrats, all those. Should have been Superman, whatever, with Nicolas Cage. But anyway, called Tusk.
Kevin Smith was in Degrassi. Sorry, keep going.
Tusk, Tusk. It has Justin Long in it. And it's about, have y'all heard of this movie?
No, I'm just laughing that the one thing Tyler knows Kevin Smith from is Degrassi.
He was not in Degrassi. What are you talking about?
It was the season 5 finale. Him and his little buddy with the long hair.
Jay?
Yes. They came to the high school to film like a teen movie, and all the Degrassi cast got to star in it. And it was lots of drama. It was very good.
Can I please finish my thought?
Yeah.
You kill me. Y'all kill me with how freaking old I feel sometimes. Jesus Christ. So Justin Long is in it, and he was in that, he was like, maybe in a movie with Drew Barrymore 30 years ago. I don't fucking know. Let's bring that up too. But here's the thing. This guy, he's a podcaster, and he goes to interview this man that is obsessed with the walrus. With walruses.
Like the animal?
The animal. Okay. And that's all I'm going to say. It has a cameo by Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp has an amazing cameo in this. The little boy from The Sixth Sense, the I See Dead People kid, he's all
Haley Joel Osment.
Haley Joel Osment is in this grown up. Well, he's about my height, but still he's grown up.
We talk about, I'm sorry, I'm going to put this out there. Cutest kid ever, creepy looking adult.
Who?
Haley Joel Osment used to look like him as a kid.
Who did?
Like, people used to say I looked like when I was a kid, I looked like him from
Tyler,
the Sixth Sense.
You should be so happy that you are as so handsome, because that did not happen for Haley Joel Osment.
See, I think Haley Joel Osment looks better as an adult.
Google tab and looked
no, I think he was such a cute kid actor.
I thought he was ugly as hell. I had a hard time looking at his face in that movie, but it's fine.
Or like pay it forward.
He looks better as an adult. Look, there are some fugly kids out there. Okay,
he was not fugly.
Okay, he wasn't fugly, but I've seen some fugly ones that have grown up into swans. And Haley Joel Osment's a swan. Now, Jamie Lynn Spears, on the other hand,
I really don't.
No, that one needs to stop. I turned on Dancing with the Stars and had a look at that. The best thing that came out of her being on Dance with the Stars was somebody asked her if there was going to be a Britney night, and she froze.
I love that.
She deserves all the shit in the world.
Who?
She does.
Jamie Lynn Spears. Yeah.
Her. And Brittany, please stop dancing with knives, honey.
Oh, I'm here for it. Brittany,
I love it.
Continue
but bitch,
to dance with
She's got more Band-Aids. I've got like 6 on a 6. I'm up to 6 Band-Aids. I've counted. Brittany, we didn't free you for this.
Yes, we did. This is what I want.
Oh my God.
This is the future liberals want, Allison. Exquisite.
Right. Let's go ahead and update our draft here. Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, I just kicked something over.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So look at this. We have almost the entire first row gone.
Our first picks. Sad.
Yeah. Allison, how does it feel to finally lose your first draft member here?
I mean, it's been 10 weeks. It was coming. Honestly, I'm shocked I got these two still on my team. I don't get it, man. I told Jackie, we were talking today about it. I said, we were joking about if Blue and Bowie make it to the final 2, she and I are going to have a live stream party. The party for finale night. Oh yeah, it's going down.
I'm calling timber.
What's that?
You better move. you
better dance.
Who is that?
Dance.
Kesha.
Key $sign ha.
You said it's going down, and she has a song. She goes, "It's going down."
I was thinking
timber.
I was thinking more of.
It's a millennial anthem.
Apple bottom jeans.
That's also a millennial anthem.
Everybody in the club was looking
shout
at her.
Shout out to my friends Sam, Hannah, Jesse, who we call Jizzle. Don't worry about it. And Lily. We used to scream sing that song in the dining hall. And one time, my friend Tracy, we went apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. She went, "What the fur?" Like that, so ridiculously loud that people on campus knew her as the with the fur girl, and it was so funny to me.
Honestly, that's a great nickname. That's a great
with the fur girl.
You gotta commit. And let me tell you something about committing. Yesterday was my son's 27th birthday. Y'all know how I am about singing happy birthday. I warm up. I get in the zone. I channel my inner Kelly Aguilera, Clarkson, Celine Dion. I get in the zone. I warm up. I call my son yesterday. I leave him a voicemail of me singing happy birthday to him. And he doesn't listen to it. I said, why? I said, I sang it. He's like, Mom, you see this? Leave me the same voicemail every year, and it sounds exactly the same.
He should save all of them every year and then make like a compilation.
But like make it like a track, like an EP that you put on like
Yes.
Apple Podcast or Apple Music.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's just
Get
like
that shit
ding,
pressed
ding,
on
ding, ding.
vinyl.
He said the
Oh, funny.
transcript of me singing was more interesting than probably listening to the song because he transcribes his voicemail, so he doesn't have to listen to it. And he goes,
That's
"Well, I think it
hilarious.
was happy birthday or something. I don't think it was coming out right, but I knew what you were doing." And I'm like,
I love
I'm
that.
never singing happy birthday to you again on the voicemails. And he said, "Promise?"
Until next year.
Have I ever told you guys about the voicemails I got over Labor Day weekend when I was a college admissions counselor from various schools that kept being like, "Happy birthday" to me? Did I ever tell you guys this?
I don't think so. No.
So
It
when I
wasn't
was
your birthday, was it?
No, not at all. So my birthday is August 10th. And a few weeks later, so when you're an admissions counselor, you have to go and visit all these different high schools throughout the fall, and you give presentations about your school, whole 9 yards, right? And I was trying to set up all my school visits for my travel for 11 weeks in a row. And I put out a whole bunch of voice mails and such right before Labor Day weekend. And I kept checking my phone, and my phone would get all my voicemails sent to me, like on my email. And I was like, I got 3 in a row where like the counselors were kind of like, sound like they were laughing a little bit, and they were like, "Happy birthday." And I was like, what are they talking about? So I listened to how I recorded the voicemail for my phone. And apparently I said, I will be out of the office from this day to this date, blah, 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 blah. And as a reminder, the whole college will be closed on Monday because it's Labor Day. But the way I said Labor Day sounded like I said my birthday or something like that.
So they just assumed that the campus was
So
not
I
closed out
said
for Labor
that
Day.
I-
It was for your birthday.
And I said the campus will be closed because of my birthday. And it's like, so basically, I got like multiple.
It's Beth Day.
It's like one of those things of like, do you see the gold dress or the black and blue one? It was like, do you hear Labor Day or do you hear birthday?
I never
Like,
got that. I
was-
never
Honestly,
figured
that
out
is
the
like iconic, like Leo behavior to be like, it's my birthday. It needs to be like
so
a
the whole
national
college
holiday.
is closed. It's so funny.
You know my
So-
pet peeve? Like, if I were to ever get cast on Survivor, you know how like they ask like, what is your pet peeve? I have like a million of them, but one of them is when people that are like,
that.
it's my birthday month. It's my birthday week.
It's my
Everybody
birthday
gives-
month.
like,
It's my birthday
nobody
week.
gives a shit. I promise you. Nobody.
Actually,
Excuse me.
Except for the
You-
two of you. I love.
I was gonna say.
February is my month, bitch. February 1st, February 25th. I even cross over to the 28th, and God forbid it's a leap year.
This is where I get to brag to Allison that every year I get 31 days in my birth month.
I only get 28. See, I get robbed. I get robbed.
Listen, I have the coolest birthday ever, 11/11. So
I really am jealous of that.
know.
You know what? I almost actually had the coolest birthday. If I was born 2 days earlier, I would have been born on 8/8/88.
ooh, that is cool.
And Princess Beatrice in the UK was born on August 8th, 1988 at 8:08 in the morning.
Interesting.
I was
And
born
they named her fucking Beatrice. My dad has told me, I don't care what your name would have been. If you were born on August 8th, 1988 at 8:08 in the morning, you would have been named Octavia. I'm sorry. That's just what we would have to go with.
Octavia.
And I was like, I agree.
You know, I was born February 25th, 1977 on a Friday at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I was a month to the day early. I was due March 25th, but I was born on the same day as George Harrison. You know who that is?
Ooh.
Fuck no, y'all don't know who that is. Beth, do you know who George Harrison is?
You're not talking about the Beetle, right?
Yeah. Shut up, Todd. Don't even look at me.
Well, I thought you were trying to
Don't
say
look
like
at the
he was
camera.
born the same exact day as you.
No, we're born.
I had
So
to
we have
Google him.
That's
just don't even look at me,
I
Tyler.
knew who George Harrison was. That's why I
had
got
to Google
confused
it.
because I thought you were saying like the same day, and I was like, he's way older than you.
Yeah, he is. He's like my grandpa. He's dead. But yeah, we share the same birthday.
I
Wow.
share the same birthday as Kylie Jenner and Antonio Banderas.
I share the same birthday as
Ooh.
Leonardo DiCaprio,
I like
and I don't like it.
Hey, Leo. Hey, remember what I told you about Leonardo DiCaprio? He started the whole thing about copyrighting his name because of that song.
You know what? You can't copyright Leo season though, baby.
You can't what?
Copyright Leo season, baby.
That's right.
I
So,
can't do
okay,
it.
can I ask a question?
Yeah.
If little man here is about 5 to 6 weeks old, what is his sign?
Virgo.
So what does that mean?
Virgos, I love, but I also don't like. I'm just kidding. So Virgos are
Are they needy?
no. they're actually your sister sign because you're a Pisces. So
You're meant to be.
yeah, it's either you're meant to be or you're meant to be apart. So it's one of those two things, just like sisters are. Like you could fight, you could be so similar, but in different ways, right? So you both know best, but you know best emotionally, and Virgos know best, like practically, if that makes sense.
What is an October 11th? Jacob's born October 11th. What is he?
He's Libra.
Libra.
Balance the scales, a little flirty, wants to be well liked, could be a storyteller, but not.
I have to go pee so bad. I'll be right back.
This is, I mean, we're not even talking anything.
So, Big Brother, sorry.
Guys, we haven't spoken, the three of us, in a long time. Sorry about it.
Sue me. I got a little kitten here asleep on me. Team. Well, listen, here's the thing. We're probably going to wind this down. I mean, he's a dude. He couldn't have peed in a Gatorade cup. I had to pee in a red cup. Remember that? Matt, I know you remember that.
Oh, good times.
I did have to pee in a like a water bottle, or I think it was like a big gulp from 7-Eleven or something, because the traffic to the Stevie Nicks and Billy Joel concert was fucking outrageous. We were stuck on the highway for 4 hours trying to get to Baltimore.
That's
and
terrible.
I was tweeting up a storm. I was pissed.
I did see that.
You were upset.
Tyler, whenever you get put
Hopefully
on
so.
Big Brother, I cannot wait to be like, wait until y'all read Tyler's Karen tweets.
Well, you know, like, remember when that was a thing for Kyland on
Yes.
DB? That's gonna be me, but like,
And it's
10
like
times worse.
they're doing it with Mimi, with her, but it's about Big Brother for her. I cannot wait for people to be like, here's Tyler's Big Brother and Karen tweets.
Yes.
You are a Karen, Tyler. I'm not gonna lie. You're a Karen, but if you're a Karen, I guess I'm a Linda and Beth's a Janet.
Listen, I was waiting for the 6 train today. It was 5:45 p.m. and the wait time for that train was 13 minutes long.
That's not okay.
That is outrageous.
Okay. For a local,
I'm gonna tweet at the subway and say, listen.
Of course you are. Why wouldn't you?
This is insane.
I am fairly confident they have you blocked, essentially, like a soft block.
I'm sure The Office has like
a soft block.
They have like a poster of like all of my tweets, and they probably like hold like contests. I'm like, all right, like, do you think Tyler's gonna tweet us today? Like, what do you think he's gonna say?
Let's do this just to piss off that Tyler dude.
We know he normally takes the more eastern subway lines, and the 4 is a little behind schedule. Let's see. We're gonna put a dart on how long, and boop.
Yeah.
All right, 13 minutes from now, we're going to get a tweet from Tyler Lyons. There we go.
Listen, I'm just advocating for everybody. Listen, like, I'm just trying to be the voice of the people. I don't know what you guys want from me.
It's so good. It's so good. I love it every single time. I also get a good sense of like, oh, Tyler's out of his apartment.
Yeah, that is
like
a good way to like check on
Tyler's either
either
doing one of 4 things. Ready? His job, working out, walking Sora, or stuck trying to get a train somewhere in New York City. It's one of those 4 things.
I love it when Tyler's deadlifting in that very uncomfortable red light video that he says.
Why are you working out in the red light district?
Listen, it's a vibe.
Hold on.
That's the kind of vibe I'm thinking about when I'm working out.
I deadlifted 330 pounds for 4 reps today, by the way. I'm getting really...
I'm telling you. I'm so excited for when you have to like save me out of a burning building or something.
Like, girl, I got you.
You're going to like put me over your shoulders, and then I'm going to be like, ah. And then I'll get out and I'll be like, Tyler.
A few years ago, there was this girl that was roofied, and I had to carry her up like a flight of stairs out of a bar because she was just like passed out cold. And I am so thankful I was able to like get her out of there because the bodyguards there, like they did not, like the bouncers, they did not give a shit. They did not help at all.
Awful.
And it was so shitty. But like I'm so glad that like I was there to like help her.
Yeah.
Because it was a very scary situation. So
I know I've been drugged one time. Thankfully, nothing happened because one of my friends saw three of us really stumbling with this one guy going to his room, and he was like, and then saved us. So that was good. The other one was, I think I was drugged a number of months ago.
That's so scary.
Because it was weird. I had like 2 beers over the course of 3 hours, or 3 beers in the course of 3 hours, which for me is not anything. Like I normally don't even get buzzed off that. And I was stumbling over, falling drunk. And I was
that's roofied like 1000%.
And then I literally got an Uber, and I remember getting about halfway, but I don't remember getting home, and I don't remember ordering a pizza. And then I woke up and there was pizza here that I don't remember that. So
if you're ever
at least somebody's trying to roofie y'all. I've never been roofied by anybody but myself. I popped Valium and drank a bottle of wine 10 years ago.
Oh my God.
Careful what you wish for, Allison.
Yeah.
But I think we're done. Are we?
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, so we'll be back next week for Survivor, Big Brother, yada, 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 yada.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us in the chat and everything. We love you all, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.